Serious and probing questions, the most popular politician in the country went on the counter-attack.
Taxpayers are paying more than $150,000 a year for your daughter, Lee Hanson, to seemingly campaign full-time in Tasmania, while employers a political advisor for a New South Wales senator. Did you have any role in appointing her to that position?
Honestly, you never give up. I've never seen a person that's such a trashy journalist, you know, and what you put out all the time, you've got this obsession with constantly trying to pull down myself, my party or Mrs Reinhardt. Whatever you do, you will be banned from my answering. I'll answer you this question today, but I'm telling you now, don't come near me for an interview in future, because of 25 of your articles, it's always 28 articles, is constantly bashing One Nation. You don't research properly, you don't know your information, and you will put out lies about me. Well, I've had enough of that. But I'll tell you that, no, I didn't get her that job. She got the job on her own merits.
A poster gets smuggled into one of the most secure rooms in Canberra, unfurls mid-speech, and somehow nobody at the National Press Club saw it coming. Either their security is a joke, or they just didn't want to stop it. Stick around, because that's the least crazy thing that happened today. Welcome back to Australian Daily Insight.
At Homebush. For Hanson, the press club is a hostile crowd. But today's event started a little differently to a major sporting event.
Don't expect a divisive welcome to country from me. This beautiful country belongs to all Australians born here and those who have come to join us.
And if you doubt the home ground analogy, have a look at this. An Anti-Hanson poster was unfurled early in her speech. The National Press Club claimed no knowledge. Get Up claimed responsibility. But how could this be allowed to happen? How could the Press Club be so slack about security at such a highly anticipated event? It was an appalling lapse. Still, Hanson was unfazed, and she wasn't afraid to get a little bit prickly inside the Canberra bubble.
And Canberra cops a lot of criticism from Conservatives. You've spent a lot of time here in your career. How do you rate our nation's capital?
I try to keep out of it as much as I possibly can.
Pauline Hanson walked into the lion's den today and walked out looking like she owns the zoo. Let's set the scene. The National Press Club isn't exactly known for rolling out the red carpet for Conservatives. It's the political equivalent of walking into enemy territory wearing your rival's jersey. And Hanson knew it. She's been doing this for 30 years. She didn't blink. Then came the poster. Anti-Hanson unfurled early in her speech right there in the room. The Press Club's response? Total surprise, no idea how it happened. Convenient. When the referee suddenly can't see the foul, you start wondering whose team they're actually on. But here's the real headline hiding under all that noise. Hanson isn't fringe anymore. She's outpolling both Liberal and Labor nationally. Let that sink in. The woman the major parties spent decades trying to laugh off the stage is now the one setting the agenda while they scramble to catch up. Speaking of catching up, let's talk policy, because this is where it gets spicy. On multiculturalism, she didn't dance around it. Her line, Australia is multiracial, but it must be monocultural. Translation, she's drawing a hard line between diversity of people and diversity of values.
A total of more than 1.9 million people arrived in Australia from mid-2022 to mid-2025. Undeniably, immigration or immigration policy has our country in the state of crisis. At the centre of this crisis is the utterly flawed policy of multiculturalism. We cannot be a multicultural society. We are a multiracial society, but we must be monocultural.
Earlier, in her long and wide-ranging speech, Hanson started with what shortly is the key to her 3 decades-long overnight success.
My overriding concern, and that of the people I talk to, is that politicians today are good at talking but not listening. They will do anything to get your vote, but when that has been achieved, the voter is ignored. The public are sick and tired of being ignored.
Fundamental to Hanson's resurgence over the past 2 years has been record immigration under Labor, fueling a housing crisis as well as pressure on hospitals, schools and infrastructure.
values, and she wants everyone to know exactly where she stands. Love it or hate it, there's no fog around that statement. Then a reporter lobbed the classic "swamped by Muslim migration" question, fully expecting a spiral. Instead, 4 words: "Not if I've got any say in it, won't be." That's not a soundbite, that's a mic drop with a delay timer. And when it came to extremist rhetoric linked to certain Sydney mosques, her answer was blunt as a brick: if you hate this country, leave it. No committee review, no focus grouped phrasing, just a door pointed outward. Now here's the moment that turned the room electric, the media pylon. One reporter kept pushing, and Hanson finally snapped back, calling out what she called trashy journalism live on camera and telling him flat out he'd be banned from ever getting an answer from.
Taxpayers are paying more than $150,000 a year for your daughter, Lee Hanson, to seemingly campaign full-time in Tasmania while employed as a political advisor for a New South Wales senator. Did you have any role in appointing her to that position?
Honestly, you never give up. I've never seen a person that's such a trashy journalist, you know, and what you put out all the time, you've got this obsession with constantly trying to pull down myself, my party, or Mrs. Reinhardt. Whatever you do, you will be banned from my answering. I'll answer you this question today, but I'm telling you now, don't come near me for an interview in future, because of 25 of your articles, it's always 28 articles, is constantly bashing One Nation. You don't research properly, you don't know your information, and you will put out lies about me. Well, I've had enough of that.
There again, brutal, unfiltered, and exactly the kind of clip that gets clipped, shared and replayed 1,000 times by tomorrow morning. But she saved her sharpest line for the room itself. She turned the accountability question back on the press, telling them they need to earn the trust of the Australian people and asking if the media can honestly say they've done that. That's not just a comeback, that's flipping the entire interrogation table around and making the journalists the ones under investigation. Here's the part that should actually worry the major parties. Hanson said her views haven't changed in 30 years. Everyone else is just finally catching up and copying her homework. And look at recent shifts on immigration and border policy from both sides of politics. She's not wrong. She didn't move toward the centre moved toward her. Even when asked the big one, could she actually be Prime Minister one day, she didn't oversell it, called it hypothetical, said there's a lot of work still to do, which, coming from someone this unfiltered, almost feels more dangerous than a bold yes. It means she's playing the long game. So love her, loathe her, whatever, pretending she's irrelevant is no longer an option for anyone in Canberra. What do you think? Genuine political shift or media spectacle dressed up as one? Drop your take in the comments, hit subscribe because we're covering Australian politics every single day, and I'll see you in the next one.